I'm Riley and I'm a junior here at Washington County High School, and for my presentation I did a career exploration, and here are some clips from my presentation. So to begin, I started off by going to one of the elementary classes, as I said, and I observed the teacher and the students. And so my mentor is Stacy Peters, and she's the kindergarten teacher over at one of them in our elementary. And she's super awesome, such a kind woman. The students love her, and I learned a lot. It was just super fun being in the classroom with her. So while observing the elementary students, I learned a lot about connecting with them. And for me, this is like super important in this career. And so you really need to be welcoming and excited to be there, and this will help the students also be equally excited to be there and ready to learn. You should also ask questions and be able to help get to know them better, and do the same. They'll do the same for you and ask questions. It just creates a better relationship and more trust. You should also share your life experiences. Believe me, they love to talk and they love to hear about everything that you've accomplished and done, and they'll talk back about what they've done. Super fun. You should also be very encouraging. They have just flipped into a whole new environment, from being half day of preschool to a full day of kindergarten, kind of a big thing. So they get kind of frustrated easily, but just help them through their challenges and you should be good. So some research that I did was what content kindergartners should know by first grade, as well as what an organized lesson plan consists of. So I talked to Stacy, and basically kindergarten, when you're teaching, you basically have competencies, I'm sure you're all familiar with. And so these are basically the competencies that kindergartners need to have accomplished before reaching first grade. So it's a huge detailed document, but Stacy and I narrowed down to a few big ideas and a few areas that are pretty big. So basic points. I created my own lesson and presented it to the kindergarten class, and so this is kind of what I came up with. I talked to Stacy, and she said being prepared is super, super important. So she likes to have her lesson planned 2 to not a week prepared in advance. Using this source right here, this one, I talked a lot about having a topic, standards, objectives, materials, and then the sequence of events from beginning to end. I didn't realize how detailed your lessons have to be. So I learned that you basically literally have to write your plan from beginning to end. You can also use the school, the curriculum the school provides you with, which also helps a lot. So these are the 3 worksheets that I created. This first one over here was actually, my first lesson was comparing numbers 1 to 10. But, and I used the less than or greater than sign with these little alligator heads. It was super cute and fun. But I showed it to Stacy, and she said it was a little too complicated for kindergartners. So I made this second one, which is, I had a greater group of sheets right there, and then less. And so they followed the directions, so they circled whatever I said, it was the greatest amount. They circled that. And then I was quarantined, so this is kind of a little bump in the road for me. So I missed my day that I was supposed to present to the kids. So I went ahead and over quarantine, I created a new lesson and a new worksheet, a new activity, and then I quickly presented it once I returned back so I could hit that benchmark. So this is the one that I ended up doing, and it was over number of partners of 10. So after I presented my lesson, I had Stacy evaluate it. And some critiques that she had were that I needed to be a little more, I needed to give more to the standards. I didn't give those competencies that I was talking about. I didn't give enough of those. So I went back through, and there was more than I thought. I also need to just give more detail on my specific lesson summary. I also did not do a very good job with that. And I also didn't realize, like I said, very detailed, so you had to explain your lesson and your activity, which I didn't realize. So that was something that I learned throughout this. For my second semester, I am going to do the upper levels of elementary, so the 4th, 5th, and 6th. And I'm doing the 3 lessons, and I'm focusing more on the history